Guys, what's up? In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about GTA 6. I want to talk about my expectations, my wish list, things that I would like to see in the game. I'm also going to address some of the rumors, break those down nicely for you guys, because you might not have heard all of them, so I hope you take something useful away from this video. But let me just put this disclaimer here. When I'm talking about rumors and things that are already out there, take it with a grain of salt, because Rockstar is probably one of the best companies in the industry when it comes to keeping a secret. The only thing we really know for sure is basically we know nothing, right? So it's just speculation, it's stuff that's floating around, but some of it is really interesting, so I hope you enjoy the video. Also, I want you to share your thoughts down in the comment section below. What is something that would get you really excited about a GTA 6 release? What location do you want to see? Are there key features that you want to be addressed or improved upon coming from GTA 5? Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, I mean, GTA 6 is not even on the horizon. It's a long time away. Probably not even going to see an announcement trailer, or even an announcement for that matter, before 2020. And then until we actually get the game, it might be 2022 or something. So it is far away, but it's never really too early to speculate about a game of that magnitude. GTA 5 has just surpassed 100 million shipped units, which is insane. So there's a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. Let's get into it. The first thing on my list is free content. If we look at GTA Online, we've been given around 50 updates, during the lifespan of that game. Not all of those updates were of particularly high quality. We had a lot of stunt race mods and quite a lot of, sorry if I offend you with this, but a lot of meaningless trash content. Stuff where you can see Rockstar didn't really put a lot of effort in, and it was more about quantity rather than quality. And I want them to address that. Maybe give us less regular updates, but higher quality. I mean, look at the heist updates. Why was there only one big heist update? Why did we only get the Doomsday heist? We got 50 updates. I think it was actually 47 or 48, so it's not exactly 50, but let's say it's 47 updates, and so we got 46 updates of like stunt races and some, go there and pick up supplies for your Coke factory updates, and only one solid heist update. That doesn't really feel like a healthy balance, right? I want to see more higher quality updates. I want to see stuff that really adds to the game. And I mean, don't get me wrong, if you look at the original state of GTA Online when it first launched, it didn't have a lot of content, it felt quite empty, and now it really feels lively and you have so many things to do. So I can see that all the little updates, even some of them don't have as much depth, really add to the overall experience. I can really see that, but nonetheless, I want to see more high quality updates coming from Rockstar. Let's talk about the location. Where do you want to see GTA 6 to happen? I only have one request, and that is, please, Rockstar, do not only make it happen in New York, right? I mean, these regular jumps from Los Angeles or Los Santos, to Liberty City, back to Los Santos, Liberty City, it's just like, come on, show us something new. I think we can assume that it's going to happen in the US. I don't think they're going to bring back, from GTA 2, I think it was, which happened in London. So I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think we're going to see anything like Tokyo. In fact, I think both of those cities have already been denied by Rockstar in interviews where they said, look, we can't do that. And in fact, Tokyo was shot down under the argument of saying the streets are too narrow, right? The whole city of Tokyo is built on a fairly small space, so you have these condensed, very narrow streets, and it doesn't work for a GTA game. So as much as I'd love to see that, I don't think it's going to happen. Also, GTA always was about commentary on American culture. So I think it's going to happen in the US. We can really assume that. But I just don't want to see another replica of New York. Unless they build a replica of the whole US. Kind of like The Crew. I think The Crew 2 it was. Did it where you can drive from coast to coast. Obviously, it's not at full scale, so you don't have to drive 24 hours to get from one side to the other, or even longer. It's a condensed version, but they could include Los Santos, they could include Vice City, maybe San Fierro. They could even reuse GTA 4 and GTA 5 assets. Who's not to say we take New York or Liberty City from GTA 4, put it on one coast, do a remastered version of it, right? Improve on the textures. Then take Los Santos, put that on the other coast. You already have those two cities. They need, I don't want to say minor upgrades. It's still a lot of work to get those cities to work, or bring them up to speed with current graphics. But you already have so much content in those two cities, and then you just build a massive city in between with deserts and different landscapes, and you create like a replica of the full United States. I think that would be fantastic. That's really something that I would get super excited about. Even you would probably have like a 400 gigabyte download or install. I don't care, bring on the 400 gigabytes as long as the game works, and you have a whole replica of the US and so much content. Great, make it happen. I don't mind about the amount of data that it would kind of bring with it. Another point is that I think they have to optimize the online experience. I want less loading times. I want less waiting in lobbies, less lobbies being cancelled. And I think they already learned from that, because the original heists immediately were shut down once one person leaves the lobby, like nobody else could continue to play. They fixed that later on. Missions that you play, I think even the Doomsday heist, you could still continue playing when someone left the lobby. So I think they're going to the right direction there, and they're clearly learning from the issues that they encountered in GTA Online. But nonetheless, I mean, there's so much work to do, just even in terms of loading times, better friend lobby systems that you can bring in your friends, and when you join a lobby, your friends automatically join as well. They never really nailed that. And overall, just there are so many hiccups when you play GTA Online, especially with friends. It's a tricky thing. I think they really need to improve on that. Another thing to improve is the diversity in houses. Most apartments just look the same, and there are not enough options to customize. This is really like a small point of critique, if any at all, and I don't think this should be on the top of any priority list at all. But nonetheless, if you're working on it, I mean, give us more apartments, make the apartments more unique. I always remember that announcement trailer for, I think it was called PlayStation Home, this kind of online world in PlayStation where you can run around and meet other people. And you had your apartment, and you could literally pop in furniture, and you can pop in carpets, and you can design your home the way you want it to be. I think that would be a feature that would be really exciting and fun when you enter an apartment, and every apartment looks slightly different because the users customize it. And I think that even leads to a bigger point. Let users generate more content, give more control to the people, to the players, like missions and maybe even small heists, right? Give us a content editor. I want to create small heists, and then I want people to play it. And we have similar things with the Steam Workshop, where people create content. Like recently I've been playing Left 4 Dead 2, and there are amazing campaigns that are made by fans for Left 4 Dead 2, and they just have such a high quality standard. So I want to see stuff like that in GTA 6 or GTA Online, GTA 6 Online. And of course, there's going to be a lot of trash out there, right? Like, people are going to create content that's really trashy. But in my experience, people, when they look at content, automatically create a filter. They upvote the good missions, and if something's trash, they downvote it, and it kind of disappears. So you're going to click, show me the top 20 missions that people created, and you're going to have 20 or 30 amazing top missions. And Rockstar, if you create a good content creation tool, they literally need to do nothing to give people that content. So it's nearly like a free system for them to generate more content, make the players happy, keep them engaged. So I hope we're going to see a little bit more of that. Online and offline mod, right? I want to see those merging seamlessly. I think that's a tricky thing to do because, GTA Online is considered the most isolated of online games. I've read that a while back somewhere, and that's actually really true. That basically means most people playing GTA Online are dicks, right? And you're even encouraged to be a dick, because if you, with your team or your crew, bring some goods from the north to the south, everyone gets rewards if they stop you and screw around with your delivery. So I think it's a tricky thing, but it would be amazing if some single-player missions have other players joining, right? And some single-player missions just suddenly become multiplayer missions, and you just merge it all a bit more seamless. I don't think it works altogether, that you, for example, you would have your whole single-player game happening in this online world. I don't think that works, but you can have those random encounters, kind of like you had it in Dark Souls and a few other games, show how that can work, where other people join lobbies when you're just in the middle of your single-player experience. So I think that would be fantastic. It's a tricky one to nail, but if someone can nail it, I think Rockstar is the company who can. I want to see the launch on PC and the launch on consoles at the same time. Because in the past, one of the reasons why GTA 5 sold 100 million copies up to this date is because they did these stacked releases. They first release on the old generation consoles, then they release it separately on the current generation consoles, and then they release it separately again on the PC, and everyone buys it, and they basically sell one game 3 times, and that's how you reach those numbers. But with GTA 6, it's probably going to be falling into the next console generation, so there is no real reason to hold back on the PC with a stacked release like that. We will see about it, but I think it would be much better and just really bring the community together if you launch it on PC and the consoles at the same time. Now, let's talk a little bit about one rumor that I read about, and that was that we will get a period piece GTA. Again, similar to Vice City, which was showing Miami in the 80s. So it might be, you know, show a city in the 70s, show something in the 90s, kind of talk about the world at that time. And I think Rockstar could absolutely pull it off, and it would be amazing, but I personally hope that is not the case. I want a contemporary time GTA because there are so many exciting stories to be told happening in the current world, and when you go back to the 70s, you just lose out on so many opportunities to talk about technology, about current social problems, and there are so many factors, so many interesting stories that you could weave into a contemporary GTA. I mean, for example, imagine you're playing a GTA game and you make your money, and then in the middle of the game, the economy just collapses, right? And there are riots on the street, and all the money you've accumulated, you just made 500,000. It's all gone. It's worth nothing, right? The economy has just collapsed, and the whole world that you're in suddenly is a different world. There's looting, and there's a whole different vibe. The whole map is changing as a result of that economic crisis that's happening. I want modern day stories like that to be woven in to this GTA universe, and I don't want really a period piece. Again, I think Rockstar could pull it off and it would be amazing, but I'm less excited about that than about like a modern day GTA. Another rumor that could potentially get a lot of people upset, as we've seen in the past, is that there might be a female protagonist. To be honest, with me personally, it's fine because Rockstar has such a strong writing staff. They're gonna make it amazing, whether it's a female or a male character. But they are kind of getting in dangerous territory here because, you know, a lot of people get very upset if a game is too much about a female character, and no matter how good you do it and how well you pull it off, people are going to be offended. And this is all just social justice warriors. We can see it. Massive backlashes on so many things. And like I said, I personally don't mind. I think they're going to pull it off and it's going to be amazing, whether it's female or male. Is it necessary? Probably not, but why not? You know, if they want to go down that route, they can do that. But that's something you can really talk about down in the comment section. Would you be disappointed if you would have a female protagonist? Are you maybe a girl watching this and you're like, that would be the most awesome thing if I could play a girl? Do you think it would be better if people have the choice, you know, choose a male or female character when you're playing the campaign? Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. And guys, this concludes my list. I hope there are a few things that you didn't know about, some interesting thoughts that I might have sparked that you didn't think about before. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. I'm not doing videos regularly, but every now and then I do one, and I'd appreciate if you come back and check out my content in the future. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I see you next time. I'm out. Bye.